Good blessed Tuesday evening, May the 30th, 2023. It's about 3 o'clock p.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessing of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you are the proclaimed toughest or the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. Doesn't matter whether you like me or anything I produce. That's your prerogative. You have constitutional rights to the United States Constitution to do as you please, as long as you do it in a legal and respectful manner. What I want to talk about now is this Fresh Start Self-Improvement Center. And if you're looking on this here, I spoke about it before. It's two locations. It's something that they doing, and then when I was coming up, they was doing it too. And during the summer they have little summer camps and free lunches. And when I was coming up as a teenager, the people in Cabrini Green, they made sure the children had jobs. They didn't just select the same people and the same families every year. But I want you to look at this real close now, because some individuals, black individuals in this town, have too much power to be a convicted felon. Now, the director of the Fresh Start here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, he used to work for Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center in the 90s. And I think he retired after giving them about 17, 18, maybe 20 years. He retired in 2020 something, I believe it was, and started his own little thing. But during the 90s, like 1996 or 97, he was arrested for voter fraud in the black community, misusing the black community, misusing the people that was on drugs and alcoholics by giving them either $1 or a cigar or a bag of candy or a 40-ounce can of beer, all equivalent to $1 at the time, to vote for who the people that wanted him to have the black people in the black community to vote for. Now he has his own thing, Stellar Consultants, which he had a lot of transportation vans that was contracted, or he was contracting out to take people to work from out of town, taking them to like Fruitland, Missouri, and places like that. Some of them was actually his family members. Some of them was preachers, but all of them had broke up from him. He even had an individual by the name of Nancy Maxwell with the Southeast Missouri Lincoln University was working with him, but she broke ties, all because of money. But look at these locations now. Fresh Start. The first one, it said Fresh Start Self-Improvement Center in Corp, 604 Paul Street, Charleston, Missouri. You see the phone number 573-233-5070. Look at the other one. At the bottom here, it's a Fresh Start Self-Improvement Center, Charleston, Missouri. Fresh Start Self-Improvement Center address, 308 North Main Street, Charleston, Missouri. I don't see it had a phone number on it, but if you look on my other ones, you'll be able to see a different phone number. But this individual, let me go to the next thing here. All right, now I want you to check this here out here. This is the Charleston Summer Food Program. It's starting tomorrow, May the 31st, 2023 to August 11, 2023. This is a good thing. But my thing is, if you look at the bottom here, it's being ran by this individual again, a Fresh Start. Now, look at the places where its locations is at. All of these is Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority projects. The first one is the first one is the Bowen Center, 700 Cy Williams Avenue, which is the housing authority in the our Civic Center. It's not none of the Fresh Start Performance Center. It's the center for the whole city here. But look at the next one. It's 412 South 9th Street. That's a project. The other one is right across the street from me. Up a little bit, but just about a half a block down. It's 702 Vine Street. People just moved out of that. It was the police substation for a while. Look at the next one. 1003 South Locust Street, another Charleston, Missouri housing project. Look at the other one, 218 Morgan Street, another one. Look at the other one here, 301 South, what is that, Locust? Locust Street. Now, where Cypress and Locust, I'm assuming. But look at this here real good. Each one of these locations, he's getting money for them. Most of these locations, if not all of them, with the exception of the Bowen Center, these kids is out there in hot weather. Most places, when I grew up in the Cabrini Green, when they had them in the projects, it was inside of one of the vacant apartments. But let's go to the next one. Here it is. This is the summer camp. It started June the 5th to August the 3rd. And you look at the very bottom where it's saying who's sponsoring it, and it's saying Fresh Start, Charleston Housing Authority, and Safe Haven. I don't know who Safe Haven is, but I know we don't have no Safe Haven here in the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority, or this Fresh Start is not a safe haven for our children or the people that's being victimized in the black community. But I want y'all to just take a real good look at this. This same individual that's the director of Fresh Start, you remember he was convicted of voter fraud. Let me show you some more power that he has here in the city of Charleston. Him and another convicted felon, both of them are businessmen. One of them just sold all of his 18-wheeler trucks, I believe it is. And from what I hear, he done got a $2.5 million grant to teach people how to drive forklifts. But these two individuals, black business people that don't do nothing for the black community, don't help build up nothing for the black community, don't take my word for it. Come on the west side of Charleston, Missouri, and show me what they done built up. They may give you pumpkins, truckloads, 18-wheelers loads of pumpkins. They may give you food. You see what I'm saying? They may have groups coming down talking about Charleston for change, but ain't no damn change been in the black community but the worst. But let me show you this here. These two individuals are on the zone committee here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, ran by the city of Charleston, Missouri. But let me show you something else. They able to buy houses and property that other people, other paying citizens and residents here in Charleston, Missouri is not able to buy because they don't know nothing about it. And let's look at these programs that he has. I know for a fact, and I done seen some of the people that he had working for him for these summer programs delivering food. I know they ain't been approved by the health department. We don't know if they have TB, tuberculosis. We don't know if they have COVID. We don't know what they have. And some of the people that he have driving the vans, I'm almost sure they don't have what I have. They have to have a e-license transporting merchandise or transporting children's around. You can't have no regular license. To the best of my knowledge, you have to have chauffeur's license. I got chauffeur's license when I came down here, a Class E, not CDLs, but a Class E, because I used to drive the ambulance. But take a look at what he paying some of these people, and look at some of the people that's working these things. So a couple of times I seen people about 70 or 80 years old driving these vans, 70 or 80 years old working on these sites, and the only thing they do is push Germ-X down for a person to put on their hand. But individuals that's capable of doing this here want jobs. My daughters will be 17 and 18 years old. They've never been asked to put into these summer jobs. You see the same people. I done seen drug dealers delivering food. I done seen drug dealers that the police arrested and had warrant for working for this individual. The pre-star director working for him. The police arrest him. He get out on bond and he working with him again until he took him on a high-speed chase. All you got to do is take a look. But I'm asking the federal government because the local in the county law enforcement officials is not going to arrest this individual because some of them let him get away with things. But check some of the people that driving them vans. See is they licensed to drive these vans. Check and see the pay that he's paying these people. There's people that done told me before when he was running these programs with Susanna Wesley out of the CF Baldwin Center now, that he would pay them $500 check, give them a $500 check, and tell them to go cash it at either McLean's food market here, and when Town and Country Food Market was here, but they had to bring them half back. There was some people told me that he told them to sign papers that said that they was taking children's bowling, but they hadn't took them nowhere. The federal government, if y'all got them in 1996 or 1997 for voter fraud, he's still doing the same thing now. Is something wrong with a convict able to run all of these programs, but he got on Google, he don't have now one of these locations where he's serving the food at or where he having this summer camp at. He don't have now one of them locations on Google where his fresh start is at. We know the housing authority is located at 700 South Williams Avenue. We don't know nothing about Safe Haven, but if Safe Haven is a part of the Fresh Start and the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority, they are part of the corruption too. Y'all wake up, Charleston, Missouri. Ask yourself, how do this one individual have this much power and he don't do nothing for the community? Go on the corner of Lee and Vine Street and look at the house that he got boarded up. When he had black people living in a house that wasn't fit to live in, when he put them out, he didn't hire blacks, but he getting our money from the black community. He didn't hire blacks to put on his roof. He hired all Mexicans. He didn't hire blacks to fix that house up, which still boarded up, a so thumb in our community. He hired all whites. You got to take real consideration, even though this is a good thing here, but at the same time, you got criminal activity. I'm going to leave it at this here. As far as his daughter that came on my page saying I want to be like her daddy, if what I just said that her daddy is doing, what would I want to do that for? Everything that I do in this community is for free. Peace be still.